Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zappolyarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Como treinar o inglês.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made my agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my... As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Cara, ele é muito lindo, velho. Pô, velho, demorei 1 ano praticamente pra completar a missão dele. Por quê? Porque eu tava apanhando também do Child. Deixa eu ver.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fate, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Peraí. Os caras ficam olhando pra gente. Vamos ver as conquistinhas que eu tenho, né? Star Charge, derrotar Deus do Vórtice. Tem mais alguma missãozinha? Cara, eu não sei se vocês sabem, mas tipo assim, eu consegui a Furina. Eu tenho a Nahida, que eu chorei quando eu peguei ela. E eu tenho a Furina. Uma coisa que eu fui trouxa foi achar que eu iria conseguir com ela. Iria conseguir com ela até lá em Inazuma. Né? Gente, eu vi que eles atacam. O cabelão dela, coisa mais lindinha. Mas eu prefiro ela assim, que é mais bonita. Furininha. Mas como eu não tenho ainda material de ascensão e também eu tenho preguiça, eu vim resolver a manualidade feita das constelações de lentes. Resgatar, né? ver, voltar com a minha Amber.
Leave it to me.
Eu tenho que ir lá pra cima.
Let the show begin.
Lá pra cima. Cara, eu odeio o Liyue porque... Pra cá. Pra cá. Eu não gosto muito de Liyue por causa desses negócios, tipo assim... Eu já me perco em linha reta. Mas... Opa. Ah, é pra lá. Pra mim, perco em linha reta. Aí Liyue sobe ali, vira ali. Faz isso, faz aquilo. Aí eu me perco. Vamos ver se tem um teleporte. Acho que esse teleporte aqui dá, que chega, é mais rápido. Tá, dá pra mim ir voando aqui. Viu? Ó, mais fácil, que aí eu venho voando. Bem plena. Cara, eu demorei muito.
Well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means...
So Rex Lapis is really...
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think? I don't think any of the gossip on this... There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the
O nome
assassin
do
was that
cara,
Fatui
Dejião,
fellow.
dos pés
Youngish,
grande.
pretty high in rank.
Meu Deus.
I think they called him Child.
Fatui? They
Falando
certainly
mal
are
do
very
Tartaglia.
suspicious.
Não gosto dele também.
Who
Ele é
knows
chato,
what those greedy,
super
crooked
chato.
folks...
Shh! Lower your voice.
É, adoro ouvir fofoca dos outros. Vamos chegar aqui, ó. Na espreita.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Monstro que já foi contido pelo Rex Lapis por 2000 anos.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Sim,
Say, do you think the
Digamos
person who
assim, você acha
assassinated
que
our
foi-
Lord
que
and
assassinou
released
nosso
that
Senhor,
evil god
libertou
might have been
aqueles
one and the
dois,
same?
Poderia ter sido a mesma.
Now that you mention it, that's very possible.
Isso, não é
Yes,
possível.
it's very possible
De fato, é
indeed.
bem possível.
I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that
Aquele
wicked,
batife
black-hearted
perverso de
scoundrel.
coração.
Still, what sort of...
Ah, forget it.
Tipo assim, resumindo, é fofoca. Fofoquinha. Ah, meu Deus, tem que... Não sabe dar um tchau normal? A gente só se ferra, velho.
Hear ye all, the Chising's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered, having been thwarted in his trial. Nor are they to believe
Sim, eu
street-born
sou o tipo de
rumors
pessoa
or
que pula os
indulge in
diálogos
baseless
por
speculation.
preguiça.
Diamond needs a translation on what the Chising's announcement said. So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like, could the Chising already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything.
Meu Deus.
Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right?
Parece
Ooh,
que o
seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now.
Vamos dar uma olhadinha. Vamos ir com uma das deusas, né? Ai, gente, é minha mulher ali, cara. Aquela ali é minha mulher. Aquela ali, bem ali, ó. Aquela ali, ó. Aquela ali. Aquela ali é minha mulher. Minha esposa.
Are they saying something? Are they speaking?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new...
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
Sim, somos jovens, cheios de coisas para viver.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long.
Au. Oxi, diminuiu o som.
Name your price. You deserve that much.
Uou!
Enquanto isso, estou procurando uma extensão para colocar o controle para carregar. Que eu não estou achando. Achei uma extensão. Coitados.
Wow, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Pera, ela fala? Gente, eu não sabia que ela falava. Eu perdi a nossa protagonista, a nossa viajante falando, velho. Meu Deus. Que lindo, cara. Que lindo. Nossa, neném falou. Ai, que lindo. Cara, eu não sei se vocês... Quem que joga, mas acho que se pegar... Se pegar a Furina ou a Mona, ou tipo assim, algum personagem que tipo assim, pegar o Kaeya, vocês vão pra conseguir ir pra Inazuma? Então, minha gente, meio que não, né? Porque é tudo coisas da nossa cabeça. Eu achava que eu conseguiria ir, mas quando eu tava chegando perto, o jogo mesmo me fez voltar. Isso é muito triste. Só queria chegar aí na Zuma. Oi, Rafa, tudo bem? Cadê? Eu tenho que fazer o que? Falar com os participantes. Cara, eu gosto muito dessa nenenzinha. É meu bebê. Tá, eu tenho que falar com quem? Falar com ela?
Perhaps.
Eu tenho que falar com algumas pessoas.
And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here, thinking you'd like it. But it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be offered to Rex Lapis.
Mano, como assim? Ela é só um neném, cara. Ela é só um neném. Como assim? Mana, você tá bem? Você tá bem?
Well, that's fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say. And that's 3 gone in 1 stroke.
Mona, você tá bem? Você precisa de terapia, né? Cara... Mano... Vou falar com a minha mulher agora. A minha mulher...
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have made.
Quem queria que flertasse comigo não flerta. Que era minha esposa. Ela é minha esposa, mas ela não sabe. Mas a gente é casado, eu e ela, tá? Eu e a Negon, a gente é casado. Eu e ela somos casadas. Agora temos que ir lá procurar o filho da mãe que não quer trabalhar. Olha lá. Mona, isso aqui é pra você. Tá vendo? Isso aqui, ó, que tá fazendo aqui atrás, é pra ti. Vamos lá, para de ser antissocial. Você é rico e é antissocial, tu não é o Batman não, irmão. Vamos lá. Ó, ui. Vamos falar com meu outro marido.
Hey, Zhongli!
Fofa.
Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up.
Viu? Era isso que eu falei, velho. É isso. Viu, mano? Mano, foi o que eu acabei de falar, velho.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years?
Panela velha que faz comida boa.
If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Shinya kiosk.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Shinya kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do like the Mora.
Ah lá, ele é pobre. É um deus... Mano, ele falando assim, ele me lembra da Aqua. Que a deusa aí é pobre. Seu pobre asqueroso. Mas é muito lindo.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do.
Sim, velho, eu jurava que ele era um dos mais ricos, né? Assim, teve um tempo que eu vi que ele era rico e tal. Mas não, a minha mulher... Ó, vamos fazer o seguinte, eu vou lá, vou ficar com a Negon e eu te dou dinheiro um pouquinho, tá? Ela vai bancar nós dois, mas na cabeça dela ela vai estar bancando só eu.
You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's...
Mano, chamou o coitado de parasita. Tadinho.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that.
Ele ficou até sem graça.
In the city of commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you. That is true.
Sim,
there is no journey that does not end.
E o negócio do meu irmão?
Meetings without partings.
Eu quero saber do meu irmão.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed. Yes, the nation has been closed by order of its deity.
Finalmente vou conseguir Inazuma, velho.
The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, Though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that it was Zhongli. Since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma...
It's because of visions.
Eita.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power.
Mano, o ruim é que o Zhongli, ele fala demais, velho, e me irrita isso. A nação que mais me deu dor de cabeça foi Liyue, porque é muita conversa, tá ligado? Eles não sabem resumir. Mas se uma pessoa é considerada tendo uma missão superior, mesmo quando sua vida atingir um ponto de inflexão tão desesperado, vocês olhariam para eles com...
This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
That's how people in Tibet see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
They want to seize visions? But why? Aren't visions blessings from...
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm.
Ou seja, ela é muito conservadora.
The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is nearest unto them. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience.
Mano, eu tentei pegar a Furina. Uma nova estrela em ascensão. Ui, terminamos, cadê? Finalmente eu vou conseguir o bully. Tá, eu tenho que vir aqui. Cara, eu quero uma opinião. Eu dou um tiro ou eu guardo pro próximo banner? Que vai acabar em 12 dias. Esse banner. Deixa eu ver meu histórico. Como saia do Genshin, bom, ganhei a Furina. Dia 11/9, tá. Eu guardo. Não sei agora. Vamos atrás da tia do bully porque eu quero ver como é que é esse tal de bully. Nossa, tem um negócio freio na Guia das Aventuras. Cara, tudo que eu tenho, tipo assim... Tudo que, tipo assim, eu tenho que fazer alguma... alquimia, alguma coisa, eu faço tudo em Mondstadt, porque é mais fácil. Mano, falaram que era pra mim vir aqui hoje. Vou atrás do meu bule de chá. Eu quero o meu bule. Tá. Além das estrelas. Eu vou lá. Quero ver esse negócio do bullying. Mano, eu sou uma pessoa muito ansiosa.
If you're not sure what to do next,
entendeu?
How about I take you on a walk?
Isso que é foda. Porque às vezes eu tinha 600 e poucos, em vez de eu guardar pra dar 10 tiros de uma vez, não ia lá e atirava. Ó, preciso disso aqui pra minha Ningguang. Não! Ai, que ódio, não pode chegar perto de ninguém.
Children, come. You've arrived at...
Oh, what is it, Granny?
Oh, no. You've done so much for Liyue Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
A gift? For Paimon?
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it. When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds. That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy.
Fofa.
Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis. I will not go into too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world. The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
So, in the eyes of an adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas. But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires a few final...
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
É boa de encontrar as coisas, mas não conseguiu encontrar o irmão até agora.
There's no need for you to go running hither and thither. I have already found what's more, I doubt that you would know how to find them well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. Back in the day, you would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies, and if you were lucky enough, but almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner since Dihua Marsh came to be the way it is today. Even more difficult to find is Smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. In any case, Smaragdus jadeite is an adept... Goodness knows if that child will succeed in finding...
Well, since you're an adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help, they must be...
Yes. I suppose she does count as an adeptus.
She counts? How come there are so many Adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them.
Oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few of my old friends are rather fond of mundane mortal life after all.
I'm back, Granny. Oh,
Charlotte.
I don't believe we've met.
No. Allow me to do the honors.
Yanfei.
This child here is Yanfei. Yanfei? I believe you've already...
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millelith's right. You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millelith marked you as a